Eckerstrom is with us. He is the co-chair. He's an attorney and co-chair of Save Our State, SOS, for Baja, Arizona. He's also the second vice chair of the Pima County Democrats. Star, S-T-A. What is this website, Paul?
It's Start Our State. It's
Start Our State. Yeah. You know, just as an FYI, website names, as long as it's before the slash, slash something or other HTML, as long as it's before the slash, capitals are ignored. So you might want to, when you put it out, put a capital S, capital O, capital S, and it's easier to read. But in any case, Paul, what the heck is Baja, Arizona?
Well, it's actually been a concept. It's the old Gadsden Purchase south of the Gila River, an area including Tucson, which is the biggest city in the area, and Pima County makes up most of that area. It was a concept about 40 years back. Some people said, we don't like Phoenix. There's a rivalry that's been going on for years, and we should split off from the rest of the state and become our own state. And they called it Baja, Arizona, which means Lower Arizona. And it was normally just kind of tongue-in-cheek until recent years, in the last couple of years, especially how extreme the politics on the right has gotten in the state legislature here in Arizona. Some of us decided that maybe we should start the process legally and be serious about it to see if we can make it happen. And if we don't, at least send a strong message up to Phoenix saying, we really don't like the extreme politics that's happening in our state. It's hurting our economy. It's hurting our kids. They've defunded our schools. We used to be 26th in funding of schools among the states. Now we're dead last. And our universities
you can thank Jan Brewer for that, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, and it's been going on for a number of years where they've never seen a tax cut they didn't like. And this was Arizona, Barry Goldwater's state. We never were taxed very high in the first place.
Right, but Barry Goldwater was a big believer in public infrastructure. He wanted strong public schools. He wanted the roads not to have potholes.
That's right.
He wanted there to be a strong national defense, and that included having a strong middle class. Barry Goldwater was actually a believer in the middle class. Oddly enough, I mean, I've read 3 of his books. His last 2 autobiographies, "Confessions of a Conservative" and "No Apologies," and "Conscience of a Conservative" and "No Apologies," and. I think I told the story. I actually campaigned for Barry Goldwater in 1964.
Oh, really?
I was 13 years old. That's my excuse.
Yeah, right. Well, I have to tell you, the public concept of public education was borne out by the Republican Party. If you remember, Lincoln was the one who put the land-grant university system into place while he was president. So, this is really foreign to me to see the Republicans do what they're doing in this state. Yeah. And on top of that, one anti-immigration tinged racist bills that have come out of that legislature one after another have really hurt our reputation around the country. Our tourism has really been hurt. Our businesses don't want to move here because our education system is poor, but also because of our reputation in terms of the way we've been acting towards our heritage, our Hispanic heritage in this
Paul,
state.
2 quick points. We don't have a lot of time. The first is I'm all in favor of states splitting up. Because of the way the Senate is comprised. I think it's insane that the senator from California, representing 34 million people or whatever it is, has as much power as the senator from Oklahoma representing 600,000 people or Wyoming or whatever it is.
Right.
I think that California should be split into 3 states. I don't know that much about Arizona politics, but this doesn't sound unreasonable because you'll get 2 extra senators out of the deal, which is a really cool thing, and it would be a good thing for democracy. But isn't Pima County where Sheriff Crazy is from?
No, that's Sheriff Arpaio. He's from Maricopa County and Phoenix.
Oh, Maricopa.
We have Clarence Dupnick here, who's the one that the
that's right. I've had Dupnick on the program a couple of times. He's a good guy.
Exactly.
So you've got the sane sheriff and the sane half of the state.
Yep.
But we on the other hand, we're on the air right now on KPHX in Phoenix. So we got people all over Phoenix listening to us. We have to acknowledge there's a lot of good, sane progressives in Phoenix.
Oh, yeah, and in fact...
You going to invite them all to move down south, or what?
We've had a lot of input from folks up there, and some of them want to help us, and then they'd say they'll move here if it happens. So
wow.
And the interesting thing is Pima County in population is larger than 7 other states, and in landmass, just Pima County, than 6 other states. So we could do this very easily.
Yeah. And you're not just talking Delaware.
No, we're bigger
Rhode
than
Island.
Delaware. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. But I mean, you're bigger than some of the states that are bigger than Delaware and Rhode Island.
No. Now, this has happened twice in our history, where Maine separated from Massachusetts in 1820, and West Virginia from Virginia during the Civil War, and it's actually in the Constitution,
really?
Article 4, where you can actually make this happen. So it's happened before.
I did not know that.
It's been
and I've
done.
read the Constitution. I'm going to have to go back and read it again. Article 4, okay. You got it. So, Paul Eckerstrom, if people want to do this, they should go to startourstate.com. That's the website. Now, I lived in Vermont for a decade. There's a strong secession movement in Vermont. Rather than split the state up, they actually, they're talking about, let's just secede from the union and have national health care or something. Same thing going on in Maine, but this is different. You want to just have a separate state as Southern California, Arizona, Baja, Arizona.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
And to have some sanity back into our politics and to be able to have well-funded schools.
Yeah. Well, we've got to do something to balance out, particularly in the United States Senate, all these red state senators who are from states that represent 1 million, 2 million, 3 million people. When you've got that many, do you know the population of Baja, Arizona?
Well, if it's just Pima County, it'd be about 1 million people, but there's some surrounding counties who are interested as well.
That's great.
Push it up a little bit.
There you go. Okay, that's a state. Hey, what the heck? Yeah. Okay, startourstate.com, Paul Eckerstrom. Paul, thanks for dropping by.
Thanks, Tom.
Great talking with you. Startourstate.com. Check it out.